When I'm brought in to share sales techniques that boost business, we find that most people out there understand the fundamentals of selling. And the four fundamentals of a selling process are: we establish rapport, we do a needs analysis, we talk about the benefits we have to offer, and then we talk about next steps. And there's really no getting around those four basic fundamentals. And most salespeople understand that. However, what I find makes the biggest difference in nudging a customer towards making a buying decision are the little things that we say during each of those processes that make the customer feel more comfortable with us. It makes them feel like we are their trusted advisor. So in this video, I will share a little known technique to help make that happen. It may make the difference between you and your team members winning or losing the next sale. And just a heads up, when you do apply these techniques and discover that they actually work to increase your business, I'll give you a little hint. You can find more of these types of tips at jeffsbusinesstips.com. I'm Jeff Mowat. For over 30 years, I have been sharing selling techniques for my clients. As I mentioned, today I'm going to pass along a little known technique that I learned from a 15-year-old girl who worked in a pet store. It may just help you and your team members make that next sale. My wife Lydia and I had just adopted a dog. We're on our way home when Lydia points out that we need a few things: dish, leash, food, that kind of thing. Well, I'm thinking, okay, there's a pet store a little way down there, and I'm figuring in and out 8 minutes. So we walk in, we're greeted by this 15-year-old girl, Tina the teenager. She asks what we're looking for, and Lydia, my wife, explains that we just adopted a dog, need a few things. Well, Tina's response, she's like,
"Really? You adopted? Wow, that is so sweet. I do this because this is more than just a job for me. I do this because I love animals. So I want to make sure that no matter where you buy your pet supplies, that we get all your questions answered so your little dog gets the best possible care."
I look over at Lydia and she has this expression on her face. She's like, "Bless you, child of God. Of course we're going to buy it all here, honey. And we're not going to discuss anything as shallow as price. You, cart, push. Girlfriend, let's go shopping." So 58 minutes later, I am pushing a cart out the door with over $200 worth of pet supplies. And I'm thinking, yeah, but the whole dog only costs $75. It's like they threw in the tail and everything. Well, I thought about this later, and it occurred to me that Tina expressed what I call a grand intention. She shared that she was there more than just to make a commission. She was there to take care of our little dog. When she said that, we decided, without saying a word between the two of us, we were not going to comparison shop. Tina deserved the business. And that's my question to you. What if you were to use this approach called expressing your grand intention to position you as your customer's trusted advisor? Now, I'm just about to share with you how you can apply this in your conversations with your customers. Before I do that, if you'd like to receive more of these types of tips as I release new videos, then be sure to comment, like, and subscribe below. So the idea of expressing a grand intention indicates that you understand not only the immediate requirement or request from the customer, but it demonstrates that you understand the greater need. And you can apply this in a variety of circumstances. For example, consider an insurance adjuster. Now, if an insurance adjuster is talking with a customer about resolving a claim, if they start off with, okay, tell me about the loss and so on, well, it's going to seem like maybe they have inclinations that are about minimizing the payout. So instead, if that adjuster says something along the lines of, "Hey, I understand that this is a hassle and nobody wants to go through all this, but I want you to know that, first of all, I will do this as hassle-free as possible for you. And part of my job is to make sure that you get absolutely every penny that you're entitled to under this policy." So what that does is show we're looking at the bigger picture. You can use this in another non-selling type scenario. I had, for example, a collections officer with a utility company that attended one of my seminars. In the past, he would say something like, "Hey, we need to do something about your outstanding bill." But he said, using that grand intention, he's going to start off by saying, "Our goal is to help you reestablish your good credit. We can also use this grand intention tool to regain trust with internal customers. So for example, an IT technician who's helping out a coworker with a computer that's gone down, rather than saying, okay, did you reboot it? That kind of thing. Instead, would start off with saying, part of my goal is to get you back up and running as soon as we can so that you can take care of those customers who pay all of our wages. And so at that point, that coworker's thinking, wow, she gets it or he gets it. He understands that this is preventing all of us from getting our jobs done. So question for you, and I'm going to ask you to post in the comment section below, where do you think you can apply this grand intention tool with your customers, with your coworkers, with your prospects? Please post them below. I promise I'll read every one. Let me leave you with this. Today's customer, you've probably noticed, is a little more cynical, skeptical, streetwise than ever before. It's like customers are taking the advice that parents sometimes give to kids, and that's, hey, don't talk to strangers. Well, a lot of customers out there, or potential customers, are leery about people who are selling to them. So my encouragement to you is to get beyond that skepticism, express your grand intention to let that customer know that you understand what they're really looking for. It certainly worked for Tina, and it's not a bad lesson from a 15-year-old girl. I hope you found that to be helpful. And if you do like this video, I think you'll love my tips. You'll get them for free at jeffsbusinesstips.com. See you next time.